Hi. So I guess the cat's out of the bag. I have this amazing thing, this partnership with YouTube. So welcome me back from the land of influenza A. I'm still not 100%, guys. I'm supposed to be on bed rest, but I couldn't wait anymore on this. I'm catching up on everybody else's YouTubes, and I have to talk about the as if, as ever, as I can't even. We'll be right back. Well, tarot fans, I am back. I'm back a little bit. I'm immersing myself back in slowly. So those of you that don't know, I contracted flu B at the beginning of the year, and because I'm so extra, I had to get flu A for Valentine's Day. So I spent like 3 or 4 days in bed. I had 104 fever. I had a ridiculously high fever. And for 2 days, I had a fever. Gregopedia took great care of me, but I wound up in the emergency room because I had 24 hours of coughing. I couldn't even talk. I know you guys heard me coughing on some of the old videos. That was the leftover cough from flu B that I had for Christmas. So good times here. Here in New Jersey, we've got flu A, flu B, and we also have the rotavirus going around. So Angus got to experience that. And that's probably why I picked up flu A at the Minute Clinic. So not Minute Clinic branded. We actually have a privately owned emergency clinic that we can go to. So, but enough of that. Enough about me. I'm sorry that I wasn't here. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. I hope everyone didn't miss me too much. My subscribership is going up, and you guys kept watching my videos, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's talk about this rebrand. So a few observations. I do want to make note that her Valentine's post on her Instagram page, I didn't see it on her page. I have peeked at her page, but I'm her Instagram. I'm not watching. It's suspiciously large subscribership jumps on that. Just saying. But what I did see through some of my other celebrity YouTubers is that she had posted this Valentine's video where she made strawberry hearts and used pre-made cream cheese, pre-made bagels, and she basically is a food arranger. I'm saying that she's a food arranger. She is not a chef. I have made strawberry cream cheese myself, not the cream cheese, but you put your add-ins, you can do that yourself. Like, come on, girl. I have made my own bagels. They're not easy, but I have made my own bagels. They're not as great because you just don't have the commercial equipment. But if you're going to take something ordinary and make it elevated, make it yourself at least. I'm sorry. I'm, getting a little upset about it. I'm not going to yell because I'm going to start coughing. But I know she was using the kids as props in that, like, they were dressed up for the whole thing. Like, it probably wasn't made on Valentine's Day. Like, that's the worst thing. But it just, I can't with this woman. So, and I'm trying to be patient, guys. Like, I'm a business owner. I know it doesn't happen overnight. You have to work at it, but you can't keep rebranding. That was one of the things that I had promised myself when I started my business, when I started my channel. I wasn't going to keep branding. I wasn't going to become a true crime reader like my good friend Alicia Wicker. I wasn't going to, steal her shtick. I wasn't going to venture into some other, crazy avenues that other readers go down. I just wanted to bring my kind of light to the table And, especially my Yellow Brick Road readings. Everybody really likes those, where we try and figure out how to get somebody out of the trouble they're in. And we're going to do that in this video. So just sit tight. But let's take a look at what the hell is going on behind this. She looks very manic to me. The video was very intense and very manic, like letting the cat out of the bag. She's just the whole thing. Like, oh, I'm so surprised. Like, Netflix became my partner. Is Netflix really her partner? We're going to look at some cards and find out. Let's pull up the card view. But before I do that, please like, share, and subscribe. You guys are fantastic. Like I said, I really appreciate everybody continuing to watch my videos. I had great viewer numbers, even though I was sick and I wasn't putting out new content. This week, we do have the Tarot of the Divine. This came in second last week when I took a poll and asked what deck you would like to see featured. So this is the deck that is based on world fairy tales and folklore. So you're going to get lots of fairy tales and folklore. And I did do a few extra card samples, and we do the center space on Sunday for the Celtic cross. So it's the U card and the card that crosses it. And we talk about how those cards interact and how they specifically interact with this particular deck. Because when you have a specialty deck, a novelty deck like this, the meanings of the fairy tales and folklore will affect the meaning of the card slightly. It'll modify it. So, and I apologize because the devil got 3 little videos. So, so let's pull up the card view. Please like, share, and subscribe. You guys are fantastic. I am going to try and be back full bore in the next couple of days. So, as if video. Is it too legit to quit? Like, is it legit, or was it damage control, or is it rewriting the narrative? So, we're going to look at too legit to quit on the top. Too legit to quit on the top. Oh, and guys, this deck is on sale. So if any of my readers are interested in getting it, it's like $12 right now with my Amazon link. And this is damage control. I'm going to do damage control here. And then we're going to do rewriting the narrative down the side. Rewriting the narrative. Let's see what we've got. So too legit to quit. 10 of Cups, the Sun, Queen of Wands. So essentially, the whole ARO kerfuffle did not work out. So that was a very unhappy home. Dreams were not made. So she wants to come out running and look like a producer, look like someone who is a creator, someone who can make things happen. So too legit to quit. This is what she wanted to put forward. Is it damage control? 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Coins. She did want to do it. The lack of preparedness, which is here, the 4 of Swords, we're supposed to be doing all of our preparing here. That lack of preparedness that she didn't do, she's trying to slough off the anxiety, because if they were telling her, well, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't sell here, you have to manufacture in Montecito, blah, 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 blah. She needed to slough off that anxiety. She's outside of the parameters. That 5 of Coins, this card's going to be featured this week in the Teaspoon of Tarot short. So you can see this one, the 5 of Coins with the little match girl. So little match girl, she is on the outside. Little match girl is about to croak in this card. So do we see an ending here? We'll get there. Now over here, rewriting the narrative, Ace of Wands. 9 of Coins. Nobody's buying what she's selling. Temperance card. So she is trying to rewrite the narrative. Big time. Big time. So we've got a combination of all 3 of these. The too legit to quit. She's trying to create this professional veneer. Let's say veneer on this. We'll talk about the veneers in a bit. Those veneers are, they're banging. Like, banging. So, which by the way, I had my last orthodontist appointment last week. I had to cancel it because I was sick. So I had my Invisalign just a little bit longer. 5 years of braces. So crazy times. So this is not going to work, though. Rewriting this narrative, it's so transparent. It's tissue thin, and everyone can see that this is just not really there's there's nothing solid to this. Well, there's some solids, not the good kind of solids, but there's some solids here. But just there's really not much to happen. Temperance, she's trying to find that middle ground between being homespun and being like a titan of business. Good Lord. What is the real story behind this? Why did she switch the branding? What is the real story? Ace of Wands. There's that Nine of Coins again. Temperance card again. These cards have been shuffled. King of Cups, the Emperor up top. So it is really, excuse me, it is really her MO, modus operandus, to restart things. She thinks that that is ignition, an ignition point, and that makes her look like a boss. That makes her look like she's doing something, that she's constantly bobbing and weaving and shifting. So in sales, we call that pivoting. Like when your client doesn't want what you're selling, when they don't have, when you can't find that pain point for what they need. She cannot find the pain point. No one that I know, and I know people in lofty places, no one needs $50 jam right now. I don't care how much it's her jam. No one needs a $50 jam. Even if you put some brie on a cracker, and I love brie and jam on a cracker with a little bit of cheese on the side, a little bit of prosciutto, some delicious cured meats. Who doesn't love that? But we are in a terrible, terrible economy. Economy is going to come back. It's working on it. I think she's planting the seeds, hoping to be this master of her destiny, King of Coins here. I do think she's trying to make it look like she's astute enough to realize this business is not thriving. So we have to make some changes. We have to pivot and shift, and we have to do something a little bit different. So I think she's trying to create that illusion. Is this directive coming from her? No, it is not coming from her. It is coming from other people. Eight of Wands, it is communication she does not want to hear. Four of Swords, they tell you got to get off your butt, you got to get moving. And then Three of Swords, why? My idea was great. She fought this. I don't think this is something that she wanted to give up, the American Riviera orchard. I can't even say it. And I don't even know if the new branding is as ever, as if, like, everyone's calling it something different. So I think it's as ever, but that's Neil Sean. Like, I think of Neil Sean when I hear that. So let me grab a sip of water, guys. Cheers. Got to keep hydrated. I will tell you, I'm not a fan of Gatorade, but I was a fan of Gatorade all last week. So it was my best friend. The purple one, the purple Gatorade, tastes like melted ice pops. My son, we got those for him when he was sick, and I drank some of them, and they were delicious. So so I think that this was a crushing blow to her to have to change the branding. And so she went back into her little file of when she just made a flurry of registrations, and she found the as ever and decided to use that. I mean, I guess it was from 2022. I guess that's the story. So how does she see herself? Sees herself, Four of Cups, is doing something. She's no longer dreaming. She's being it. She's not going to talk about it. She's going to be about it. Anna Miller showed up. Who knew that Anna Miller was going to show up today? So not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. I'm going to be about it. I'm going to be a doer, a doobie. Boy, she is a doobie, isn't she? How do others see her? And specifically, how do the Netflix people see her right now? Major disappointment. So this Five of Cups we talk about, it's a Mexican, and the shorts that I'm doing this week, you're gonna hear about this lovely I can't remember her name, but it's a Mexican fairy tale. It's a woman who's jealous of her ex getting married and having a new wife, and so she her own children, and then wanders around as a ghost, depressed because of the stupid mistake she made. This is how Netflix sees Meghan. They see her as, and I'll look it up, even though we talk about it in one of the shorts. You guys will enjoy the education. Enjoy the education. It is La Llorona, a Mexican folklore. Five of Cups is useless regret without learning. Jealous of her husband's new wife, La Llorona drowns her own children, and now her wailing ghost wanders the earth. She continues to wallow in grief, refusing to seek redemption or happiness. Who does that sound like? It sounds like Meghan Markle. So what are the hopes and fears? The hope is that this springs new coins into her pocket, and that's our king of coins right there. This is where she wants to get to. Outcome? Ooh, Five of Coins. Five of Coins. Being on the outside. I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. So, a little stained for you guys, for your Gen Xers out there. So, all in all, you know, I don't think that the real story behind this is entirely what she said. I think that she's been motivated by the Netflix people. That's our Emperor card that we have right there. I think they motivated her to make some changes because I don't think that the design was sustainable. So, you know, you can't make jars of jam in your kitchen to sell commercially. First of all, like the regulations, you can't do it. It's just too complicated. Second of all, you do have to charge like $1,500 a jar to make any kind of a profit. So I think, you know, we did see once upon a time those big food safe buckets with jam, and somebody said we think that that's the jam she's using. I think I did a reading on it. Let me know in the comments if I did. But you know, mass producing it, having someone else make it, and then just rejarring it, there's even some restrictions on that. So that Emperor card is definitely the bosses at Netflix. They are trying to salvage the money out of this, I believe. Let's see. What are they doing? Ace of Swords. It's a brand new idea because it's not making any money with that Queen of Swords and that Six of Wands in reverse. There's our Five of Coins again. No one likes her. No one likes your jam. And the Page of Coins. It's not a moneymaker. It's not an idea that's going to make money. Is this Netflix's way of creating a pattern of loss so that they can write this off on their taxes for 2026? Are they showing a pattern of loss so they can write it off? Page of Coins, Eight of Swords, Death card. It's a way for them to get out of this. Empress in reverse, Ace of Coins. At the end of it all, they get to save face with some money here. Now, I do think that there is an option for them to do like a bloopers tape and just kind of say what it was like working with her. But this is really a course of action. They're not loving anything. They want to get out of the contract, out of the relationship with her. There's nothing that's changing. She's not birthing anything new. They just want to get out with their shirt and their shoes still on. So can't blame them. Can't blame them. Can't blame them. So all things considered, how is as ever going to go? How is it going to go as ever? Like it's they're going to be selling her stuff in brick and mortar Netflix stores, which there's very few of them. And I think through Shopify, really? So how is it going to go with the future, with all the ridicule? How is it going to go? Six of Swords, the world, it's over. We're heading toward the end. So this is her. This is what's pushing her. This is the trade winds behind her. Perseus and his mother, Andromeda. Is it Andromeda? No, that's not his mother. I can't remember. Andromeda is the girl he hooks up with. But this is them sailing away. This is pushing her to the end. So Nine of Coins, Ace of Wands. There's that Five of Cups again. Five of Cups, Five of Coins, and there's Three of Swords. These are bad, bad cards, guys. Very difficult cards for her. So not going to go well. Not going to go well. So what's our advice for her? I'm just stoked. I went 20 minutes without having a coughing fit that I can't talk. Cards are flipping over. So what's our advice here? What in the world should Meghan Markle do? Call your father. No, I'm kidding. Don't call your father. Don't involve that poor man. Leave him alone. What in the world should Meghan Markle do? The best results. The last time we did this, kids, it said, stand down. Go hide. Go hide out for a bit and just stand down. So what should she do? Queen of Cups. So, I am clairaudient. And so sometimes I do get music that comes through. And I immediately get Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Love the life you're with. Get content with that. Because right now she's out of balance. Temperance card in reverse. Queen of Swords. Now, some would say this is a sharp tongue. This is someone who's saying some nasty things. This is pipe down. Stop talking. Stop communicating. Hard stop on communication. We're done. We're done for now. Seven of Cups. Go look at all the craziness that you've created, all the kerfuffle. And Five of Wands, you're going to have a lot on your plate. Now, I wonder if that's going to be lawsuits with the Spanish town, who apparently wants their logo back, their coat of arms or their signet, whatever it is. And also the clothing company, as ever, from New York, who apparently has gotten a breath of fresh air and brand new clients because of all this. So Five of Swords, let's see if that's going to be some legal stuff going on. Let's see. Death card. Eight of Swords. She's going to be stuck with something, and it's not in her control. This is destined to crash and burn, guys. And she's stuck on the ride. She's in a roller coaster, and the seatbelt won't come off. So she's going to have to deal with the failure of being able to run this business, the failure of being able to make something happen, which is really unfortunate. So advice for her is really to shut up right now. Shut up before you get yourself in any deeper, because there's going to be a lot of chaos coming. Remember, our numbered cards, 7s, 5s are points of chaos. 4s, 6s, they are points of stability and calmness. She's going into points of chaos, decreasing chaos, to be sure. This is more of an emotional confusion, and then this is more of a fighting kind of energy. So we're going to get into something, and this is about the business. This isn't about anything else in her life. So we've got that. But while we're talking about other things in her life, how does Harry feel about this? Harry, smiley with the pretty blonde back at the Invictus Games. I didn't even get to talk about the Invictus Games. I was all excited that I was going to do Invictus all last week, and the flu got me. The flu. How do you like my voice now, guys? Super sexy. Oh my God, I sound like Kardashian. And then Anna Miller shows up and it all goes away. Don't you worry. I don't think Anna Miller I don't think I have the lung capacity to be Anna Miller. And all of a sudden I sounded like Mike Myers. I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. You don't know, like every woman here in New Jersey sounds like that a little bit. Like Mike Myers' mother-in-law. That character was based on his mother-in-law. So how does Harry feel right now about the whole ARO as ever kerfuffle? 6 of coins. He has nothing to do with this, guys. He is like, do whatever you're going to do. He's not even around. King of Wands. He is hands off this. Queen of Cups. He thinks it's the dumbest thing ever. And why keep trying? This is a failed business. This is the nail salon that a wife opened up to keep herself busy and cut back on her nail expenses. And the husband is like, I'm done. We're cutting it off. We're cutting what losses we have and we're going. I grew up with a girl who like had a whole bunch of tanning salons. She came into some money by surreptitious means and was running these tanning salons, and they just weren't making any money. And then she got caught for the money that she stole. It's a whole other story. But nonetheless, she was like true grifter. It was pretty wild. I knew her for years. I was like, I can't believe I know a real grifter. But anyway, so I digress. So he doesn't want to have anything to do with this business. This is like letting his wife have the boutique. And this is like a very LA kind of thing. Like you can have your little boutique and, you know, all your girlfriends will come and buy like all these like handcrafted things. You know, this happens all over. You know, here in New Jersey, it's hair salons, it's little restaurants. I have an aunt that opened up a bed and breakfast and ruined it for the rest of us. And, you know, they try their hand at these things because it's fun to be a part of that. It's fun to do it on a casual scale. It's not so fun when you have to do it on a professional level scale. So it's like fun to make cupcakes for your kids' parties at school. But when you have to make cupcakes for 170 people, it becomes a lot less fun. And if you don't have a good business plan and you just kind of don't have a good business head and you kind of step into it like, it's just going to be great. It's just going to fall into place. It's not going to just fall into place. It's going to be a mess and it's going to cost you money at the end of it all. That is what this is. Harry sees it just costing them money. It's a vanity project. It's just for fun. So that's where he's at. What is my advice for him? We're going to wrap this reading up on this. It's a long one. You guys have been waiting all week. So what is my advice for Harry? What is my advice for Harry? Harry, what should you do for optimum results? High Priestess. Start meditating, tapping yourself, whatever the hell you do, Harry. Go out and smoke a fatty, whatever you got to do, man. The Fool. Go on an adventure. Be Bilbo Baggins. Under the surface. 2 of Swords. He wants to split. Guys, if they're not already split, he wants to split. He doesn't want to have anything to do with this. It's, you know, this is daydream after daydream that he's getting the bill for. It's like, oh, me and my girlfriends want to go have some fun. And I'm going to, you know, I'll do it. And I'll do it like totally deluxe. And then you're getting the bill. So what's in his suitcase position? The 10 of Cups. He's got to remember how unhappy he is moment to moment. Stop kind of shuffling it away. So maybe not go out and smoke a fatty because sometimes that makes us complacent. 4 of Coins up top. He's got to stick to his guns, stick with his own stuff. Oh, in the immediate future, we have the Emperor in reverse. Don't let her take the lead on this fella. Now's your chance. How does he see himself? Confused? Has others see him? Not helping? Hopes and fears? Sword. Hierophant. Outcome. Outcome card is the Hierophant. You guys know what the Hierophant is for me. It is seats of power. It is places of power. When we're talking about families, it will be the matriarch, the patriarch. It is the royal family in Harry's particular position. So this business is interesting. This Queen of Swords, because this is how others see him. So specifically, this is how Meghan sees him. Meghan is going to tell him that he did not fulfill her wishes. But in the meantime, he's going, I fulfilled every wish. She got a big splashy wedding. She got blood diamonds. She got a big crazy life. Now she's got a big house back in her hometown. She wanted to leave. We've, lily padded from a fabulous mansion to fabulous mansion. She's got a million pieces of clothing. What more could she want? More shoes than anyone I've ever seen. It's from French stewards. Love stinks. So more shoes than anyone I've ever seen. So Harry, you gotta go. Yeah, Harry, it's time. It's time. You got to get off this roller coaster while her seatbelt is stuck, and you can still, get off without vomiting all over your shoes. You got to go, and you got to go home. It's not going to get any better. I know that's a hard thing to say, but this is your salvation, man. Your salvation is to go back to what you know. Your salvation is to fall on, bend the knee, man. You got to bend the knee. And I know it's going to be harder the longer you wait. You've already waited too long. So what happens if he goes back and he bends the knee? 9 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Ace of Coins. He gets a little bit of money. I don't think that the door is very wide open right now. I think the consensus, I think there will be a round table, and I think they will say, let's all vote on this. Let's see, do we want him back? Do we not want him back? And I think the heavy vote is going to be on, we can't trust him. We can't have him be part of the family. And I do think that there will be some concern that they have a repeat of the Andrew and Sarah Ferguson situation where she does not thrive out there on her own and doesn't have any other recourse. And so he does take her back in. And so she is a satellite parasite of the royal family. I think that there will be a great concern about that, about having, like a bait and switch almost. But I don't think it's a bait and switch for Harry. I think it may be, they're worried about Meghan's influence over Harry, and how weak he is. I think they will not restore him at this point to what he was. I think he really does have to fall on the sword and accept the book, the interviews, everything that he said, the misinterpretations of stories that were told. And I think they say, well, we'll tuck you away someplace. You're not going to be living posh. You're going to be living, very chill, and you got to stay there and cool your heels for a bit. So things are getting hot over there in Montecito. Not good scenes. So, as always, as ever, this saga is continuing. I know everyone, we're all so Sussex weary. I think we're starting to see the unwinding of it. The more chipper she is in these Instagram videos, I think the more that is a veneer that's covering what's actually going on. So, as ever, we'll see more in the future. See you soon.